So the people that are buying the ICOs is scary because the waiter's buying it, the Uber driver's buying it, my mom's buying it, and oh yeah, my mom's been in it since March, and she's fascinated by it, right? My uncle bought it, my nephew bought it. I actually gave each of my family members one Ethereum each back when it was like $200-300, as long as they opened up a Coinbase account. And I had to sit with them through the process, and this was back during the summertime, so they're happy because it quadrupled in price. I gave them one Ethereum each, and they sat with me through the process, and now my nephew, my brother, my uncle, my aunt, it's like a discussion all the time, and that's scary, right? Because they're the ones buying into the ICOs. However, the proper ICOs, the ones that are wanting to fall under regulation and doing it right, they're making only accredited investors in the US. So they're doing KYC, they're making people go through know your customer regulations, they're making people fill out real paperwork. Internationally, absolutely anybody can invest into these ICOs. Another scary part, because now you're talking about not the waiter and the Uber driver, you're talking about people in third world countries that are sending in the $242 into an ICO, and they have $242. That's the scary part. However, it's also the plus side is because everybody's a genius and every coin has gone up this year, some of those people with $242 now have $2,000. So it's changing people's lives. The scary part will be when people invest in the ICO that doesn't go up 1,000%. When they invest in the fake ICO or the scam or the headache or the one that can't actually build what they say they can build. I only invest in coins that can actually build what they say they're going to build. I look at them as real companies. If I'm buying into Binance, which is a big exchange, if I'm buying their coin, it's because they have 5 million customers, they're a business. If I'm buying into Bread Wallet, they just had their ICO and they sold out in 2 hours. I buy into them because they have $4 billion under management, they have 750,000 customers. It's a business I would invest in anyways. So I look at the crypto part as just a liquidity. So the scary part and why you have to do so much research is there's infinite amount of ICOs happening. You know, we started last year with less than 200 coins. Now there's 1,400 coins. Shouldn't be that fast. You can't have 1,200 new public companies this year. It doesn't happen like that, right? People go through 2 years and $2 million of legal fees to start a public company. I can come up with a white paper with you guys right here on the spot, and we can be live in a week.
I've been thinking too much. Help me.
So if I invest into a startup company, whether it's through Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or through direct angel investing, I'm normally not going to get my money out for 5 to 8 years. And even if I wanted my money out 2 years from now, I don't really have a way to sell my equity unless I use like a second market type thing. So I'm locking my money up. If I buy into the ShipChain ICO, when they get listed on an exchange, I can sell it. If I buy Ethereum or Bitcoin today, and I decide to change my mind in 2 hours, I can sell it. So the ICO market just gives people liquidity, which is fascinating because there's no other place. Even if I buy real estate, can I get my money out? Sure, I can refinance my home, but that takes 30 to 60 days. So there's just such a rare scenario that I can invest in something, see immediate returns because most of these ICOs and pre-sales, they're selling at a discount or they're giving you bonuses. So if you invest into an ICO and they're giving you a 40% bonus, so you're buying it for, let's call it 50 cents, and you're getting a 40% bonus, the day they get on the exchange, they're going for $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. That's not real life. None of this has been real life. Like, I bought Ethereum when it was $19. Now it's $1,000. It's a 5,000% return in 9 months. That's not real life. Bitcoin, which is the biggest, baddest coin there is, right? The most important coin, it grew 2,000% last year, which is actually the smallest growth of any of the coins. 2,000% is small. So it just doesn't feel real. None of this feels real. 2018, I don't want to call it the reckoning, but there's going to be the correction. People are starting to realize things. The government's figuring things out. The IRS is really figuring things out because people are putting in 20 grand and now having $1 million. That's insanity. And the IRS wants a piece of that, obviously. So the ICO market just leaves a lot of liquidity, and because you hear so many stories where the waiter put in 4 grand and now he's got 100 grand, changed his life, because that story is spreading in micro communities all over the world, it's causing this humongous media frenzy because everybody's talking about it. The biggest day for Coinbase, which is kind of the biggest, most famous wallets, the biggest day for Coinbase was the day after Thanksgiving. Because what happened? All these families got together all over America. I don't want to say all over the world, but all over America. And the next day they had over 1 million new accounts.
Which is more than Charles Schwab has.
Right. And then the second biggest day was obviously Christmas weekend. Christmas weekend was absolute insanity. They had to shut down their servers. Everything was crazy because they had a couple million new accounts, and now they're 1.3 million customer service complaints behind that they have to catch up on. That's an actual number. So what Charles Schwab has a couple million accounts, these guys have just in their customer service.
Yeah, I think they have 16, 17
Yeah.
million.